What is going on? Welcome to CloudNation TV, everyone. We got a fine panel and we got some fine people in the chat. How's it going?
Yo, man.
It is awesome. It's GFN Thursday.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm not even gonna sit here in front. I got bitten by the GFN bug. I went into all my what is it? I went to Epic, I went into my Steam, and I just dug out like games that I haven't played in a while that were still in my library. I just sync, and
Did you type Ubisoft if you have the Ubisoft subscription and
sure. Come on. But I got about no lie, probably between 60 to 70 something games like I just got like last night and added. So that's how busy. No lie, like I had like whoa, that game was in there. Whoa, they got that game, dude. Fire Pro Wrestling, which I love wrestling. Fire Pro Wrestling is on GFN. It looks freaking amazing. I played.
I might have I do that a lot. I almost want to make a show, like a new show where literally all I do is I type a letter.
Is that fun or what? And it just pops up, dude. Put zombie. I did zombie. I did FPS. I did
like you could literally just. I ended up buying a bunch because I just happened to type the letter F. That was it, and it just pulled up a bunch of random games. I'm like, oh, that looks fun. That looks fun. I'm gonna buy, and then I find out some of them are free, and I'm just like, I'm pushing like 300 games in my GFN catalog total. I've got 102 just from Steam, and then I don't know how many from Epic, and then. That's and Ubisoft. That's 100 something.
EA, I forgot. Like I have an EA account. I got my EA games in there. But what just blew me away, playing an old game, Ghost Recon Thunder Force or something.
Oh yeah, there's so many.
Thunder, whatever. I played that. But awesome.
Just
games,
check.
man.
I got 97 games in my library right now.
Okay, well, Vet likes to. To be fair though,
I have
a lot of my. To be fair though, Steam. I had so many games in my Steam library prior to utilizing GFN. So I before Cloud, I was a PC gamer. So I would buy games left and right, and I mean I still do now. It's great to not have to install things.
The free games that you got for Epic, like there's a bunch of games that I got for free on Epic, are in GFN.
And
I got SpongeBob.
There's a bunch of free-to-play games that are legit free.
There's a bunch of good games,
but there are some that are free that you may not think will be fun, and they are surprisingly fun. If you're into military-style fighting games, there are ample supply of free-to-play. Vietnam, World War I, World War II, probably.
There's a game I found called Code. It's in Chinese and English, and it's women in prison with the most coolest weapons and guns and stuff. Okay, you know what?
This is going on.
Yeah, whatever. But it's a good game. It's a good game.
The only thing I need is a football game, a football, a basketball, baseball. I mean, basically my sports games. And I'm good. I mean, I know a lot of people would love there's Super Mega Baseball 3.
Baseball is in there, yeah.
Baseball 2 and 3. 3 is actually a lot of fun. And that's multiplayer. That supports online multiplayer. That one is I did a stream of that when it was free to play weekend.
I have a prediction. We will see the Sony baseball game on GFN, folks. I do see that.
Anyway, we're still in the intro. We haven't even went around to see how everyone's doing.
We basically just
went into the content. So I'm gonna go around. Maker, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, gaming as usual. We had our green room earlier this week with Cloudy, and so we were talking about all the new Xbox Game Pass games. So. Yep. Excited for Forza whenever that drops.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting stuff. The reviews are stellar for that game.
They're really good. Yep.
What about you, Ray?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I played Riders Republic on GFN. What I did is some of the games that I played Ubisoft on Stadia that I played with the 30 frames. I wanted to see how it was with a higher frames, and oh my god,
Hard to come back, isn't it?
it's like
it is.
I mean, I can't lie, folks. I mean, it's really good. It's easy on my eyes. It's just fluid. It's really
It's like jumping from claymation to Pixar.
yeah. It's amazing.
Oh.
But I played some New World. I'm loving this game called Alien. I know there's like mixed people kind of got like mixed reviews on it, but I'm loving that. And then what I'm doing now is I'm doing what Vet's doing. I'm putting stuff in the search bar, and like there's a game called Cloudpunk that I used to play that I never finished. That's in the game. It plays beautiful. Just yeah, I'm just been playing GFN, and then Stadia. I have been playing Dirt 5 on Stadia, and then a lot of other stuff. Okay, I'm done.
What about you, Vet?
All of it mostly has been Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been so hooked on that game. Like, and I get people coming in, they're like, "Hey, Vet, bye, Vet." Literally, because nobody wants spoiler alerts. I'm like, "Bye, hi, bye."
I'm kind of like that.
I love the rage.
I'm like-
I love the rage.
I'm like, at least they leave a chat message so I know who it is real quick, so I can be like, "Hi, bye." It's one of those. But I've had so much. I took a break from it because I got to a point where I was getting irritated, and I'm like, all right, I got to quit this, move on to something else for a little bit because otherwise I'm never going to touch it. I did that. I was big and hooked onto Star Wars Jedi, the Jedi game when it came out a while back, and I got to a point where I literally got so pissed at that game, the controller threw, and I ended the stream. I said F this, and I literally clicked in and shut it down immediately without even saying goodbye to anybody.
I saw that happen. I'd be lurking, and I saw that.
So, but I did switch over. I did a couple of first looks. I tried Bright Memory. Don't even touch that stupid game. That is the dumbest game ever. The guy that created it, supposedly it was only one person that created it, and he needs to smack himself. Because there's no difficulty level.
It's a beautiful game.
It looks great. It might look great, but it's stupid. Why is there not a difficulty setting? Is beyond me. You put that at like the hardest level, and then was like, let's delete the difficulty so they can't win. I mean, if I could lower the difficulty, yeah, it would have been fun. It looked great. And then I did Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the definitive edition today, and oh my god, I forgot how much I don't like puzzles. And I got frustrated a little bit, but I pushed through because I love the Lara Croft games, and I forgot how interesting that one was.
I love you. I saw when you were doing this shootout.
Yeah, I tried to be
getting down with the guns, folks.
Yeah, I tried to be sneaky, and then they saw me, so then I just had to turn on the guns and just start shooting away. So there was guns, bullets flying, explosions, typical stuff you would see in one of my streams. But yeah, I've just been doing all of that. And then I did have a sports show. We had a new sports show that I started with Ray this past Tuesday with the Sportscast. So we just basically sit for an hour and talk football and any other sports that we come up with.
Been getting
those Braves.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, look. Hey, I just want to know, why did your boy Aaron lie, man? He said he was vaccinated. He ain't vaccinated. now you know
he's not mine. He's not my boy.
Kansas City gonna win now. But anyway,
I know. I called I quoted. I'm on camera. I'm on stream quoted saying that the Packers are going to win. I have to renege that one because now that Rodgers is going to get suspended because the Packers obviously knew he was not vaccinated and he violated all kinds of NFL rules and regulations with that surrounding that. The Chiefs will win that one, unfortunately. Because I have no faith in Jordan Love.
I'll try not to comment on. I'm just gonna say it's important to get vaccinated, and I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, we're not gonna dive into the political stuff.
Politics.
I thought you were going towards like talking like NFL versus the CFL, so I thought we were going a different direction.
But yeah, as for myself, been playing a lot of Guardian of the Galaxy myself. Really enjoying this game. Also been poking at a bunch of games that I stacking on the backlog. Like I gotta play Death Stranding now. It's my
Oh
my
my god,
library.
it is beautiful.
I've heard a ton of that.
Beautiful.
It has a really good environment. I have a few complaints about the game, but I did like the story and the music were phenomenal.
I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, if get ready for a walking simulator, folks, because you're gonna do a lot of walking and balancing, but otherwise the music is
Wasn't a huge fan of the pacing, and
Yeah.
another problem I had was a lot of the buildings are very similar, and I kind of wish they had changed it up a bit where they looked a little different. Yeah,
I like the vehicles. I love the vehicles, the
and
motorcycle.
the vehicles are fun. Well,
Yeah.
once you get a vehicle, the game becomes a lot better, in my opinion.
A whole lot better because you can hook up the packages on the bikes or on the trucks. But on GFN, freaking, it is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, with the 3080 on there.
What's going on, Tricks?
Yeah, gonna go around the chat. So we got Victor in there. What's up, man? And yeah, Chase, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Happy Thursday, gentlemen. Really good to see you. Yeah, that's about it for now. So a lot of stuff going on. I've put the title here, some 3080 and some metaverse. So 3080s for GFN are starting to drop today. I know I saw some people comment about having him.
I actually had Johnny Live was in my chat when I was streaming this afternoon, who said he popped in, was watching the stream, and then said, "Oh my god, my email came in. I've been upgraded." So he's like, I've tried it on my PC. I have not tried it on the TV yet, but I said, all right, see you later. Guys, this is the last we'll see of Johnny Live for a while.
Congrats, Johnny. Congrats, Johnny. Johnny's a good dude. Good dude.
It's going to be fun to watch once people get to try this. And we've obviously, those that were given early access by GFN have shown it off. And we know that basically the feedback is, oh my god, when is it going to show up? When am I getting upgraded? Like I personally, I cannot wait to see everybody get access to their 3080 and just enjoy gaming again and have so much fun trying all of the different games, because they're going to start to see, everybody's going to start seeing that night and day difference from 120 FPS to 60 or some.
It's not a jump; it's a leap.
Yeah. Especially if you're going from, a platform that may use 30 frames per second to go to 120. That is, you will never look back.
There's a reason why I had a 2080 Ti in my PC, and I sold that and I got a 3080 Ti. So yeah, the jump from 2000 to 3000 was a pretty solid jump. So,
I mean, I had Battlefield 2042 installed locally on my laptop, and it ran on the 2070. It ran, but I know that it would be night and day difference with a 3080.
Even switching from the 2080 Ti to a 3070 is an upgrade.
Yeah.
That's how big the generation gap is. You get the super extra, and the mid tier of the next one is better.
Yeah, basically the best that they had of the 2080s was worse than like when they first launched the 3070 and 3080. The 3070 was better, and it's like that's how big of a jump it was.
Keith, what's going on?
Keith prefer in the chat. What's up, man?
Granted, I will say there was less VRAM in the 3070, so if you're running like 4K, technically the 2080 Ti would be better because it had higher VRAM.
Have you all been utilizing on the
count, and everything was much higher though?
How many have been using it on the Shield TV?
The 3070 was slightly better than the 2080 Ti, but it was still better.
Maker,
the third
Space Dude, Vet. You were gonna say?
No, I was just saying.
I didn't
know who he was talking to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the 3080 was an even bigger jump from the 3070, and that's why I wanted at least a 3080, and I got a 3080 Ti. So
I want the 5080.
By the way, just to specify, because I'm noticing right now it is working. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. and we're also live on Twitter. So if you
Keith
go
said
on
he's
my
waiting for
personal
his
page
30
at DrSpaceman Games, we're
The one
actually
thing-
broadcasting on Twitter right now.
The one thing I don't like is that the way that chat works on Twitter, and I did a test stream a couple of times on there. It is kind of cool. It's a neat feature that you can do, but it doesn't allow you to like have an actual chat when you're watching it. You actually have to just leave comments as your chat.
Got you. Victor had a question.
Yep. Just gonna catch up. So,
Oh, I see it.
did any of you actually benchmark GFN 3080 tier? I
don't
did
do
some
all that
benchmark
stuff.
for some games. It's just overpowered. Really, like yeah, waiting for 3080 still.
Chat trick.
Chat trick, lol.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, a hat trick. So, okay, using GFN, Chromecast with Google TV, nice. Yeah, it works well. So, my experience with the 3080 is like I did the benchmark with a Watchdog Legion, for example. I put everything to the max, and I was still getting a very high frame rate, like around 100 FPS. Like I wasn't like 120 FPS, but if you play that game on PC, you know that it takes a hit on performance. But even with everything, I was getting a very decent frame per second, so it's solid.
I had a couple of glitches tied to my Wi-Fi issues that I was having yesterday, but I had the thing popped up to see the ping was still fine, averaging. The FPS was fine, but the packet loss at one point, I wish I had screenshotted it. My packet loss like went over. It was what was it, 15,600? It was like dark red. Like normally you get red, and because you're not supposed to be in the red. Well, this was like dark red, like it's like you're about to blow your system up type thing. And I've only had that twice that I've seen that, and that was literally both times were yesterday when I was playing. I don't know what I was playing. It might have been Bright Memory, which doesn't surprise me because that game's stupid. So it probably broke everything. But yeah, otherwise I've had even older games. It's like night and day difference with running something off with that 3080. Like you can see the difference when you use the newer games that come out, but if you like Legions and things like that, but you pick something like that's from 2014 or earlier that you can find on GFN, and you're still going to see that performance boost. It's like night and day difference. Right. I love Watchdog Legions.
Fuck.
So Derek,
I'm
even
not,
without my 3080 performance on GFN has been amazing for me. I can't wait until my upgrade. I agree, Keith. I don't have a 3080, man, but I've honestly been
wait till trying it, but using it on the Shield TV Pro is, oh my god, especially when you can take advantage of the 4K, the HDR, the sound upgrade that you get with the new tier. Oh, it's so nice. I've tried a few of those games out on the Shield on my TV, and I'm just like, I can't. I've been living in the Stone Ages compared to until now.
Because I'm running 1440p on the 1080p monitor, and it's glitching a little bit.
I was running 4K on a 1080p stream, and I think that was a lot of my issues. Plus my $12 capture card that I bought off of Amazon was not handling the way that I was pushing everything to the extreme.
Yeah, and so you're gonna say Maker?
I was just going to say, I don't get my 3080 until tomorrow. They said that they'll be updating my billing on the 5th, which is tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be like midnight, but they just said the 5th in an email.
Wouldn't that, at least it's not. Go ahead. What?
So you can see the frame rate. I'm close to 120, but I'm playing the GFN 3080 while managing Melon right now, which is a streaming software, getting multiple feed from all of you guys and broadcasting to YouTube.
That's still
Facebook,
good. That is still
Twitter
good, man. Yeah, that's still good though.
So just gonna go to options.
So Derek, luckily I'm still waiting on my email to come. Yeah.
1440p, 100 FPS limit, and okay, yeah, it's still in video quality. So I got pretty much
Ultra.
everything on ultra.
Yep.
Motion blur off.
Ultra on everything is fantastic on this. Even this, you even maxed out the ones where it says, don't do that. The DLSS and the ray tracing, it usually if you crank those, it's like error. And I don't see that anymore. You can see the difference.
Off.
And then
Oh, it's because of probably VRAM usage.
yeah,
CPU
right there. See,
load.
yeah, major. And I saw that and I'm just like, where is this at? Because I don't see it.
Well, the bar's that's below that, so you're only using like half of what you can.
Yeah, I've cranked up everything in that game, which is pretty much one of the benchmark games around. That's the hardest to run at maximum specs. So it's starting to benchmark.
Well, when I had the 2080, when I was using the premier or the priority tier, I still would crank the settings on that, even with where it was, the CPU and all that was major loadage, and it still worked fine. I had no issues, but it could also be my internet connection helped along with that, or I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky.
And like I've mentioned, like the FPS isn't showing 120. Usually if I'm just gaming and streaming with OBS, it shows persistent 120. So
Yeah,
right now I got some streaming software. I got videos playing in the background because I like to monitor YouTube while we're streaming. I got all kind of stuff running at the same time. So that's just my local internet. That's
what's going on, Ashes to Ashes.
Hey, Ashes, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Ashes is waiting for his 3080 also.
Medium Derek, medium pepperoni, thin crust pizza with sesame seed butter, cheese crust.
That's
interesting.
Delicious.
I already had dinner.
Not me, man.
I had some food earlier too.
Still waiting. What's supposed to be today? It's coming. Just look at your email.
He probably is. Ashes, you can only hit the refresh so many times. I would love to know how many people that's all they did all day was just sitting, hitting that refresh button, or they're at work.
People that didn't go into work.
That's what I was going to say. They're like, they're calling into work. I'm sick. I can't come in. And in the background, you're like, I got what do you got? I got the 3080 disease. Oh, what is that? You don't want to know. It's highly contagious. It will bankrupt you.
hey, that's what I was saying when I went to Best Buy and got my 3080 Ti.
Derek just, hey Meg, what's going on, Meg?
Woo!
I'm
what's
cool
up?
because I have my 3060 here. Sweet.
Listen to y'all with these 3080s and 3080s, 3060s. I'm rocking a 2070. I mean, I got a 3080 in the cloud, so.
GeForce Now allows me to play basically around the equivalent of what my PC would run, but on the go.
But you don't have to install anything either, though.
And you're not burning your power and everything. So here, max FPS was 79. It's lower than I remembered, but
it even tells you your operating system.
Watchdog Legions. Yeah, interesting. It's AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 3955WX 16 cores. That's a crazy CPU. Like that thing there is really crazy.
I want one of those.
Standard name. But yeah, it's very powerful machine. It tells you the impact, what's really making a hit on the game. So you're still getting average FPS 56 for the specs that I put on. It's really solid.
Well, considering you had everything cranked, and it's still, I mean, I would take 56 to 79 anyways with maxed out settings. Let's be honest. I mean, the average person. Yeah, like you maximized everything. I would take all of those settings in a heartbeat.
Just gonna close my GeForce now. That's what I did.
Okay, well, I don't get. I'm Ash. Just no one cares about your 3 millisecond ping. I'll take my 28 to 31 millisecond ping any day.
Yeah, good to see you, Meg. Won't be upgrading anything for a long time. Yeah,
Who needs to at this point? I mean,
GFN has reached a point we always wanted. You really don't need to upgrade anymore. If you have a good internet, and you spend way less on electricity now.
no comment, Keith.
I ain't getting into the ping. You guys can pull out your pings. I ain't getting into that ping war.
No
ping is
comment.
Bigger. My max guess is way
Maker's
higher local, but he added.
You guys can
really
do your
nice.
comparisons in DMs. You know, leave it out of
I
our
mean,
chat.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
Maker's
yeah.
got.
things side by
Look-
side
look-
and compare.
I mean, look behind Maker. I mean, he's already got.
Yeah.
Let's just switch the conversation. This is taking a weird turn.
I'm trying to hook it up right now. You know, that's why I said it's going to be sometime tomorrow.
I care about it. Don't be bitter.
To be better. I know. I'm just kidding.
But this is a ping party now. Usually you pay extra for that.
Hey, wait. I think you
Sounds like
actually have a.
somebody sounds like someone got taken up to the VIP room for that ping party.
Reverse alpha things.
Meg's like, why am I here now? I'm out. I'm gonna go play games.
Ah,
He's got servers off ping. God, this is normally the kind of chat that goes on when I stream when I have Ben and Ray in the chat.
yeah.
Well, usually
Yeah,
it's Ben. It's not Ray. It's usually always. As soon as Ben shows up, the chat
it's
just goes
Ben.
dirty
So then you
immediately.
hold crab parties.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm dying over here. Needed this after a long work day. Good to entertain you, Ashley.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Awesome. So yeah, performance is amazing. It's really smooth. I've been playing Guardian of the Galaxy on this
love
and
that game.
enjoying it so much. Such a great game, and yeah, once again, crank everything to the max, and it just looks so smooth. That's the thing with that tier. You don't like you say you don't want to worry about like playing with settings. You don't just crank everything to the max, and you're fine.
Yeah, it's way. I mean, you're technically adjusting settings, but not really because it's not like you're putting one at this level and one at that. You're just cranking it all to every single one, all the way to the top of the line, and then you're good to go. And there may be some that don't even do that and just stick with the default settings, which is fine. You're still going to notice a difference. But I mean, if you're signing up for the 3080 tier, you know what you're getting. Obviously, you know something about technology. So we know the majority of us that are pre-ordered it are going to be going in there immediately when they start loading certain games and just cranking it all away.
It's not for everyone. If you're into casual gaming, it's not for you.
No.
The moment you like to get like good performance, good looking graphics, definitely is worth it.
To me, it's about getting immersed in the video games, and it just amplifies that experience to have that ray trace. A lot of people talk about like, oh, is ray tracing really that important? For me, if I want to really like immerse myself into the world that I'm playing in, like take Cyberpunk for example. I played that with ray tracing on my PC, and it's a beautiful city. Like I love the ray tracing. Like you turn ray tracing off, it's not gonna be much, but I want that little extra bit that makes me feel closer to that world.
But it's noticeable too, though. That's the difference. It's noticeable. You can notice.
Yes.
There are. I'm not gonna say every game is like that when you turn ray tracing on and off.
Immersion, yeah.
Yeah,
it's improved lighting and reflections is really.
Yeah, there are some games that take really good advantage of that. Watchdog Legion does a very good job of taking advantage of that stuff. Yep, Control, Cyberpunk, and I did Cyberpunk. I tried that out on the 3080, and holy crap, so much better than the last time that I played that game.
When you're walking in a back alley and there's water on the ground, you want to see that reflection. You want to see the steam. You want to see the shadows and the light.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But yeah, Cyberpunk I find is one of the game that actually ray tracing brings the most to it, like the ambience, the
neon,
atmosphere.
the neon, yeah.
Like,
the character.
just you lean in to talk with a character and like the lighting effects on him, like the colors, how they pop out. It does a lot.
All right, Captain
I wear
Buzzkill.
polarized shades, so I don't like certain type of reflections.
I mean, I see everything, and usually if I'm out and about, I just put my ray tracing shades on, so I have that all the time.
Definitely playing through Cyberpunk 100% when I get access to it here. It's on my to-do list, like among my next games I want to do.
Like that's the problem. Like we as gamers, like the problem is now that once you get access to the 3080, if you had a small to-do list of games that you want to play, when you get access and you're upgraded to that 3080, your to-do list is just going to keep going and growing because you're never you're gonna be like, oh my god, I got to try this game. Then you're gonna there's one after.
I'm having that problem right now because there's past games that I had that I'm like, oh my god, this is on GFN, this is on GFN, this is on GFN. I'm actually took a lot of games off my hard drive that I had on my hard drive. I was like, I don't need it on my hard drive anymore. You know, it's in the cloud. And
yeah, it does, Ashes. That you're 100% on that one. That's the thing is like, I remember playing Cyberpunk on Stadia. And then I got the 3080, and I'm like, holy crap, it's like night and day difference. But even when I played Watchdog Legion, and I haven't tried 2, but I remember playing Watchdog Legion. I would play that all the time on GFN, and I was playing it on the priority, so I had the 2080. But to see the difference with the 3080, it's like, it just blows my mind.
I've played The Witcher 3 the other day. I've posted a video about it, captured in 1440p on YouTube. That's a game I cleared on the PS4. I got it on PC. Haven't done much on PC yet. I'm like level 5. But the upgrade with the performance that you get with just GFN in general, playing it on PC is humongous. But now with GFN, with the new tier, you get to play it at 120 FPS, 1440p on the PC. It plays beautifully. Haven't tried it yet on the NVIDIA Shield at 4K. But
I love that Shield.
The thing is, next year, it was supposed to be this year, but it's pushed back to next year. They're actually going to do a next-gen upgrade on that game. And I'm
it is.
For that.
Well, Dismal. So we played Riders Republic with Stadia Pro, and Dismal's like, I'm not playing Stadia, guys. He was the only one. It was all Stadia logos. He was the only one that was on GFN. He says, I can't go back. I can't go back.
To him, and yeah.
But that's the thing. It's that difference from 30 to 120. Like people we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but when and people can counter it and be like, well, it's not really that big a deal. But the ones that are saying that have never tried it. They have not tried it. And once you go to that level, that's like you're going from 30 to the extreme. It's night and day. You're exactly right. You will not want to go back. It will hurt your eyes trying to go back and do something like downgrade that well.
And I think there's a group of guys saying, well, I can get that on my Xbox. I can get that on my PS5. But you
can't play it everywhere. But if I have if I'm Anthony, we know Anthony's got the whatever folding phone he's on now. I don't know, but there are Samsung Android phones that have that 120 refresh rate. You can't tell me that you're going to be able to cast your Xbox or your PlayStation to your phone and play it at 120. No, but GFN, yet you will be able to.
Exactly.
Now, if they can get it working on my invisible iPhone here, that one that has the support for it, then I'll be as happy as the Android people that can utilize that. But I don't go anywhere, so I don't have to worry about that.
Speaking of Stadia, though, it doesn't mention the really Stadia yet, but there's news that came out from AMD that they're releasing the new generation of cloud gaming and machine learning blades, which apparently is supposed to match the RTX 30 SuperPods.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
No, I do like though that the advertisement right next to an AMD thing was Microsoft. It was the Xbox ad at the time.
But yeah, there's an upgrade there. Now, will Google get it for Stadia, and how long will it take until they activate it? That I'm curious about.
Oh, Kiefer, I agree with him on that though.
It'll
I agree
take a
with
while
it.
if they do implement it. But the problem is that a lot of the games are hard coded for specific frame rates. Like that's why you have these caps for 30 FPS on some titles. So the developers would actually have to go back and update
I'm
it
not gonna come up.
and optimize it for these new.
Oh man,
blades.
you know what's those masks? What's that mask game that came out? They're superheroes and they all got masks on.
PJ, right?
Yeah.
PJ,
Oh yeah,
That's
mask
yeah.
or something.
blazing the monster machines. Come on now.
My thing is like it's going to be extra work for these developers to go back and update their games now that they upgrade the hardware. The question is how long will it take for them to go do that? You know,
Look at Ubisoft.
Are they going to do it?
Ubisoft's a prime example.
It took them a year to get the 60 FPS mode for Valhalla.
Wow, does a lot of people want to wait a year? Do you want to wait a year?
But Kiefer made a good point though. Why Google can't get the big games? Why would they upgrade their hardware? And we know that.
Well, I'll tell you why they would upgrade their hardware. I think they will upgrade their hardware, but I think it's more so going to be leaning more towards the fact that they're trying to reach closer to a business-to-business solution rather than a business.
I can see that. Well, and my theory was with agreeing with Kiefer on that one. They're not geared towards Stadia is geared towards casual gamers. You don't need fancy hardware for casual gaming.
You better if you promised a bunch of people you were going to do 120 and that you had next gen. They better
Google makes lots of Google makes
FPS.
Google makes lots of promises that they don't follow through on.
So
I mean that's the history.
Hey, the features are coming out, man. They've been coming out. Stop it.
Why?
Like their most recent update is leans more towards a business to business approach, and so to me, I think they're going to upgrade. The question is when. I don't know, or how many are going to be upgraded is another thing. It might not be a worldwide thing. It might be like the NA.
He almost got that basket in there. He almost won that championship. He just had to roll the fingers just a little bit more.
Damn. No, I agree. I totally agree with that, Maker. With we see where they're shifting when they with AT&T throwing out the one game, but
well, I was going to say the new channel thing as well. If you read the channel blog post, they talk about how the channels will allow developers to push out their games to the storefront of their choice, which means they could not push it out to Stadia. They could push it out to the AT&T cloud storefront. They could push it out to the, whatever other company buys into Stadia tech. And to me, that's, it creates more options, but it also means there's also a chance it's not going to come to Stadia.
Right. Well, that's what I'm getting at is like if they upgrade hardware, if this has anything ties to them upgrading hardware, it's not going to be for like the Stadia Pro Gaming or just the people we watch on YouTube right now that stream Stadia. It's going to be for companies like AT&T. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be for like AT&T to have access for their end for those people, whatever games that they're going to put on their service or whoever else. If Verizon comes out with cloud, cloud gaming. So I can see that you're going to start seeing more and more companies start utilizing this tech. And like I said, hey, I'm not hating on Stadia. Their technology was fantastic.
So why are they hiring? Then explain why are they doing so much hiring then?
Stadia or Google? Google is doing hiring.
Stadia is hiring
because
they still need to improve the tech. Like
if you're
going to sell out the tech and provide stuff to developers and
businesses, you have to have employees to get this stuff pushed out for businesses.
you do have to keep it modern and keep it updated. Otherwise, it's not going to be appealing to a lot of these companies.
No, they'll move on to somebody else, whether it be Microsoft, it be Nvidia, or even Amazon. For all intents and purposes. I mean, we don't. Hell, look at Nintendo. We don't know what Nintendo's cloud, who they're using for cloud tech. We know they've got games in the cloud.
All the tech companies, they do need to constantly improve the tech and their hardware. I think that's why you're seeing a lot of pushes with, even Microsoft recently announced that they're building on their, their pixel streaming in Azure with Unreal. So it's constantly evolving with the tech, and I don't think Google's going to lag behind on that. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be bringing a lot of stuff to Stadia as well. Because they're a business, they're going to find whatever makes them the most money. If them leasing out tech and infrastructure to another company makes them more money, they're going to do it.
Well, look at Chromebooks. Look at the Chromebooks.
Get whatever it can.
But look at Chromebooks. Look at Google's business with Chromebooks. What's the primary? Yes, we know consumers buy them left and right, but their primary source of income from an area buying the Chromebooks is education. It's a business. That is where they make their money, and Stadia is going to follow along that line. It's not going to be Stadia. That may still exist for the casual stuff, but the technology behind it is going to get shifted towards as utilized as a business tool.
To mention Jade Raymond, she did say that as soon as she realized it wasn't as much about the content but more about the tech, she left. They shifted elsewhere, and Google was okay with that, because ultimately I do see Google more as a tech company than an actual game content type.
Right.
Absolutely, and that's why the white labeling makes so much sense for them. They're offering technology for other storefronts, other services. Like AT&T is a perfect example of that.
Yeah,
we're also
Google
seeing
Cloud?
Samsung possibly coming into the cloud gaming market. They just announced it. We don't know who they're dealing with. Google might be one, could be with Tencent, could be with a bunch of other companies, could be all of them.
I agree with Victor.
Google Cloud is still
they do have a lot going.
They have a lot going for the tech, but as you can see with history, creating your own platform, even with the best tech, doesn't necessarily mean that your platform is going to win out in the long run.
Apple, they may, but if Apple gets into cloud gaming, it's going to be somehow tied in with the Apple Arcade.
I know there were some patents for Apple to bring cloud gaming.
So many clouds, yeah. There's so many clouds.
It's very possible that they'll partner with somebody else to actually bring it. I know we know that they've been talking a lot with PlayStation.
We did bring that up last week again. We've been bringing that up a lot with Sony and Apple.
It's very cloudy right now. So many clouds.
I mean, hey, maybe Google will white label Stadia over to Netflix.
There's a lot that can happen, but I will say it's kind of becoming apparent.
No, they don't.
It's becoming apparent that Google isn't investing in Stadia, the platform, near as much as they have been. Content-wise, this is just a fact. Returning titles aren't coming back. F1 didn't come back. NBA 2K22 didn't come back.
Blasphemy.
That means they're not spending as much as they were previously on ports and providing getting these bigger games.
And I brought this up. I said, what happens if there's no more EA?
Yeah,
that's Madden 23. What happens if Madden 23 doesn't come back? PGA Tour. Well, that's a 2K. That's probably never coming back either. But all of the EA titles, FIFA and Madden, were the big two that Stadia got. Guess what? I'm betting you 10-1 that they will not show up next year because Google had a contract or whatever it was for 5 EA games. You got your 5 games.
Battlefield ain't coming.
I don't see. I know, we can go on Twitter all day and see, oh man, I hope, Kina shows up, or, Guardians of the Galaxy comes to Stadia, or Battlefield. I'm like, it's you. What world are you living in?
Guardians of the Galaxy was another big red flag too, because Avengers came and it was published by Square Enix as well, and it's almost seemingly like Square Enix, they're not returning or they're not pushing all their
Yeah,
So
titles.
here's my thing. I think those games can come. They're just gonna come at a later date when everybody done passed them by.
Well, look how long Google as a technology company, look how long they had the Nexus series, best phones that they made. They came out strong with the well, I mean the 5X was, the 6P was garbage. They're not the best at selling to consumers. We've seen that with the Pixel phones. They are not the best at when it comes to selling to consumers, because the Pixel phones, they're the only thing that's good out of them is the camera. And that's the AI tech that's built into it. But that's a software thing. I mean, if they focus that on businesses, it's a history with it's Google's biggest flaw is with consumers. I mean, unless you talk about search engines, and then we know that works out well for them.
They have a strong architecture to sell. The platforms still need a lot of love, and they had the right people on board at the beginning to work on it. But we talked about it many times. A lot happened, and unfortunately, they had to lock down things a bit, and it got out of hand.
Kiefer, I will agree with you on that one, because I have the Google Home devices. I have the Amazon devices, and I can see the difference with between the two devices, with what's done between the two. And it does not surprise me that Amazon is the king when it comes to smart home devices.
For me, I think what kind of solidified my belief that they're going to business was Jack Buser moving over to Google Cloud, because he was the big content guy. He was the big game, like he assisted with getting games onto the platform.
He's the guy they should have put up on stage to talk about the platform the whole time.
If they shifted him over,
everyone loved Phil.
If they shifted Jack Buser over to Google Cloud, which Google Cloud is a lot more focused on the business-to-business aspect, that's why they deal with a lot of gaming brands where they'll provide online services for cloud services, basically for gaming companies. And so having him over there can boost more deals with gaming companies and maybe publishers.
Hang on, I'm gonna hop on my app, my MacBook, and play NBA 2K22 because I can't play it on Stadia.
Can't play it on GFN either. So shut up.
Even the media
that's why I said Apple.
We'll admit that Stadia Tech is just the best behind the scenes. We'll see if power outers.
Yeah, I will say Stadia has a chance to come back and become something great, but the question is whether Google wants to invest in that compared to something that they already know how to do and what to do, and that's working with businesses.
So my thought on those blades is that Google's definitely going to acquire them to upgrade their infrastructure. But if we're going to see an upgrade at Stadia, we might see some future games get on those, but I think the other games will remain on the older blades. And they're going to use that on business-to-business agreements.
That would be cost-effective, too. I mean, similar to how like GFN's leaving the priority in basic tier on older type blades, because it's cost-effective. Offer a premium service for a higher amount with the newer stuff, and then the older stuff put on the older blades.
Google is still a business-to-business tech company. Stadia needs a different model. Yeah, that's what they had when they launched, but they shut it down.
The problem is their image is tainted, and they need to fix that. And they've done nothing to rectify it, even in this past year. And unless they do something drastic, I don't see that image changing.
Gonna get sappy here, but this may be my favorite panel. Great chemistry and attentiveness. Loving these shows. Thanks, Ashes. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Especially coming from you. Lost Maker. You're back, man.
I'm back.
I don't know what
that was
happened.
weird. Yeah.
You were talking too much.
Yeah, apparently.
Google was on to you. So
Can we get to
anything
some
else you wanted
games?
to add on Stadia before we go to other subjects?
No, I'm good to move on.
No, this is the beat up on Stadia segment, folks.
No, it's my honest truth about it. Like, I want Stadia to do great. I've spent so much time on the platform, and I want it to do better. Like, I see lost potential that they could be doing, and that's my thing. You know,
I definitely think that they could rectify the situation over time. We're
there's
gonna
still a
see how it
possibility.
goes.
We'll see. Like,
'Cause-
I say give them a couple months to a year to really rectify it. But these companies are ramping up. They're not going to wait forever for Stadia to turn things around. Xbox is improving, GFN's improving, and you're just seeing this growth occur on all these other platforms. Stadia needs to get their butts in gear. Otherwise, like, other people overtake them, and just that's going to be it.
Yeah, we're all massive fans of Stadia at one point or another, and I know we would all love it if they turned it around.
Competition is great.
I'm still a fan, but I play on all the platforms, but I definitely there is issues when games that should be coming at least 60 frames per second. I mean, it's coming at 30.
I just think their vision is different now, and it's kind of sad. So I was really looking forward to it.
The outlook has been negative for so long right now. Like looking at how they've been doing, like the last bit of positivity in my mind is back when they released Cyberpunk. It was a huge boom. Stadia was going really well. A bit after it was some exciting announcement, and it seemed like we were waiting for the next thing to happen, and it just kept edging, and eventually SGN shut down. What is going on? Then it just kept ramping down and down and down over time, and
no connects. I think a connect or two would have definitely rectified the situation.
I agree. I definitely agree. I wish they would like come out and talk, but that's not Google's way. It's not their way.
Well, the problem was they were talking, and then all of a sudden they just went radio silence after they shut down their internal studios. So it's like the only way you can do is by showing that you are improving. I mean, look at No Man's Sky. They're like, they went quiet, but then they said, oh, hey, we got this coming, this new update, and we got this new update, and we got this new update, and we got this new update, until eventually people hopped on board in No Man's Sky and they loved it. You can't just sit around and do like nothing. I understand they're providing features and stuff, but when you start you're losing games now. Like, Football Manager's not coming back, F1 didn't come back, MotoGP didn't come back, NBA 2K.
But we gotta keep it real though. Those games are not on Luna. Those games are not on GFN. So you got to keep it. I mean, you can't just beat up on Stadia and talk about what Stadia don't have and the other platforms. There is no basketball on Luna. There's none of those games are also on GFN either.
It's still regression though. You had those titles prior, and then now the new iterations aren't coming. And I think that's not a good sign, because typically if a company or a business is doing well, you start to see improvements on the things that you already have, or like the newer iterations. But with them not coming, to me, it sounds like they're shifting priorities. They're doing things different. The vision that they had, that they wanted to get all the biggest games, is no longer their priority. And to me, I think they're trying to make money out of it. And that's why you see the deal with AT&T. And that's why you see stuff like channels where they talk about pushing to other storefronts, because they can make money off leasing the tech and leasing the infrastructure. That's like a guaranteed profit for them.
Yeah, it goes to Ash's point here. Great point. They have been looking at it from a monetary point of view. That would just cost too much money to change public perception. By the way, whitelisting contracts, the business to business front, they don't have to change their image. It's AT&T's image. It's whatever other company's image. So it's so much easier, and it's like no matter how well it goes or how badly it goes with AT&T, they're making money out of this. They're renting out the tech. It's bringing in money. If they release a game on Stadia, they have to sell the game for that game to make money. So that's why the business to business front is just purely profitable, because no matter what happens, there's an insurance of profitability. And if you go to a board and offer that, it's like, go ahead, sell the tech, make it work, make profit.
Who needs profit? We just need games on the platform.
Here's the bottom line. If they don't bring the games to the platform and other platforms bring the games, people are just going to go to the other platforms.
So I'm going to go out and say I'm going to say the nail in the coffin, as I'm going to put it for Stadia, will be the 19th. If they don't come out swinging, and I said this about PlayStation a while back when we first started CloudNation, when we were Cloud Station, that Sony needed to step up the plate and start making something, headlines, waves, anything, some noise to show that they're still invested in cloud technology. If Google doesn't do any of this, shut up, Link. Hey, God damn it! I don't even have a response for that because it's true. That's the sad thing. I'm just saying, if Google does not bring something major on the 19th for the 2-year anniversary, you may as well say they're done at that point.
I give them a little more time than that. I say give them 6 months to a year, because they could potentially turn around, plan a big event early next year, and try and push it.
You mean like what they have that first year? They're gonna hire some.
Officially release date is around March.
What did Sony do last? I'm sitting over
they
here.
They put on a week event.
What the fuck did Sony do?
They put on a week event because they're making too much money off them damn consoles.
I'm sitting over here.
Said, look, we're making money. We can't be wasting money on these events.
I'm sitting over here with a PS5, and I'm looking at like that state of play was sad. That was sad.
Damn, what the? Really? Damn, Link gave me 2 minutes.
Damn. 30 seconds.
You're getting too much credit. 30 seconds at most.
Hey, I lasted longer than that on Bright Memory before I raged out on it.
I would say I give Stadia until either like Microsoft pushes to where you get more you can purchase titles onto their xCloud.
December.
I think potentially late next year is when we're going to start.
GFN's got people in Brazil, they're in Russia, they're in Europe, they're all over the world.
They need to.
xCloud is
hold on. When people start seeing these GFN streams and they see people streaming these games at these 120 frames per second, it's gonna.
But
a lot of people are gonna jump.
For us. Like for me, I've been streaming all week. I've had people from India and all of waiting. Actually, I had somebody from India.
Why you rage?
No. He actually was asking technical questions that I could not answer because it was tied to VPNs. Because where he lives, he's too far away from the Singapore and the. I was talking to you about this, Doc, and I can't remember what the other server was, but I don't know anything about VPN, so that was out of my league. But there are people that are trying to find ways to play GFN, not Stadia. But just think, if GFN gets a server in India before Stadia does, what? God damn it.
But
I went stereotypical.
Wrap it up quickly enough.
I read that real quick. I read that comment in a very. I'm not even going to say it because it went very stereotypical in that.
This massive GFN push is going to help all cloud services. That is now showing a message that it is totally possible to have a native type experience with crazy high fidelity, great for cloud. It's those pushes, those jumps ahead. That's what Stadia did when they first released their platform. It was a massive jump ahead in front of everyone. And now GFN is bringing the good enough cloud experience to It's
Damn.
Oh,
pretty
it's
much
improving.
getting most local
Those cheap
experience now.
Stadia dads wouldn't buy titles on Xbox, even if it does happen.
Well, that's why the
Damn,
subscription service it's cheap, just like them.
See, that's why I support Kiefer on watching his stuff. He tells it like it is. I love it.
Exactly, Victor. Exactly.
Right,
Those
and you know,
subscriptions
but
depend on the
he
person,
is.
yeah.
He's exactly correct. Everybody has, you know, Stadia will exist for, you know, lots of people that want the casual stuff. But if you are a hardcore gamer, yeah, us cheapskates just don't. We have a separate account to cover those gaming expenses.
It really
Anyway.
depends on what games you want to play, and that's it. You know.
It still gives you an okay experience depending on what game you want. Some games.
Well,
are pretty
yeah.
good on Stadia, but-
Right. I mean, the Division 2 was fantastic on there. There are some, but the problem with Stadia is you have to have a developer put the time in to make it work well. And a lot of them, they don't give a shit. They just don't try. Shush up.
Yes, I do actually.
There.
If I don't have a Steam library or PC game, why should I care about a RTX 3080? You still get access to about 100 free-to-play titles, plus a lot of sales. It's a very good offer, and the performance is crazy.
It's all
amazing.
about advertising the games, honestly. You know, with GeForce Now advertising, oh, play Guardians of the Galaxy right now on here, where you can't play it on xCloud, you can't play it on Stadia. It offers a thing that you can't get anywhere else.
Nah, you know what GFN is doing? I love the advertising that they show on the different platforms that you can play it on, and the speed with the games running, the speed and everything, the tech. You know, they're showing off their tech, and they're like,
Well,
look what we're bringing.
but if you look at the when Stadia launched, they were by far ahead of the game. But then they, you know, gave them a year. They were still on at the front, and then it's like they got a case of the fuckets and just said, whatever. Let's see if anybody else can catch up to us. It's like the tortoise and the hare, because they stopped and everybody has just blown past them. And I know I heard a lot. Everybody was like, well, you know, COVID happened. Who cares? Boo-hoo. You know what? That didn't stop Microsoft from getting the Series X blades upgraded. Didn't stop GFM. You can't tell me some of these extra things just all of a sudden they finished it overnight. No, we're working on this throughout all of those. Those are all. It's just Stadia fans that are coming up with bullshit excuses to try to.
But this point on the screen is my main issue with Stadia. Division 2 was a launch title, yet it remains one of the best titles on Stadia.
And then
you
you got
mean
to
the
give it
only
up for Doom. No, shut up. Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal was awesome.
Doom sucks.
Division 2. Shut up. You
can get good games if you pay enough for them.
On, please. I'm sick of talking about.
I know. Yeah, let's go.
Hey,
we're gonna move to another
but we never talk about.
We got more news, folks.
Xbox. Metaverse.
Hey, show my
Meta,
link
right?
with the sneakers.
Oh, you want to talk about these ones?
What the hell are
Yeah.
those?
Xbox
Those are
360 sneakers.
And you can play in the cloud with those bad boys. No, I'm just kidding.
Bruh.
Come on now, Ray. You know you want to sport a pair of those.
That
Those
would
look
be
like
funny if
LA
you could.
Gears, man. Those look like LA Gears.
Did you just download it?
Yeah, I clicked something and I read after download. I said, no, I don't want to download. I just downloaded sneakers, guys.
You wouldn't download a sneaker. And like reminds me of those like old or those things from like you wouldn't download a movie. You wouldn't download it.
But it's for the anniversary, you know, the 20th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
I was just, I mean, it's. I do like looking back at the old days of Xbox 360. Oh,
yeah, it was garbage.
What? I loved my Red Ring of Death.
I'm just kidding.
I went through 5 of those bad boys, man.
Man, me
LA
and
Gears. That's what.
You remember LA Gears?
I remember getting my 360 and playing Oblivion. That was my first.
I mean, that was.
title.
But I mean, that was Microsoft. Like they came out of nowhere with the Xbox when they jumped into the market, and then they just took it to a whole nother level with the 360. I mean, there were just so many good games that came out when that system was like glow in the dark.
Went through 360s, I think.
They glow in the dark if you have the red ring of death activated.
You do have to charge them, so they have a USB plug that you just plug in wherever you're at. So even in the rain, it's waterproof. So they say.
So when I lived in California, I had to mail them my Xbox 360 to. I guess they had a place.
You didn't ever get it back, did you?
I think they said, "Sir, sorry, we could not fix it." But guess what? I have it's an Elite. It's underneath, but I got the black Elite. But sorry, we couldn't fix it. But here, enjoy this refurbished. It's almost like new 360. And then 3 months later, that shit got the red ring of death. Then it got a red ring of death. I'm like,
Dead Rising.
Original 360 that never broke. But I bought it late. But
I had LA Gears, so did I.
It's the only Xbox 360 I ever owned, and it still works.
I had the PlayStation that was fully backwards compatible. The only one that they made before they stopped. What was it, the 60 gig? Yep. It's that one the infamous backwards compatible one that played the all the old school stuff, and then they decided to go with emulation style things. Yeah, Dead Rising was that was awesome.
Oh damn, Keith!
Damn it! Why did I put that on the screen?
But we gonna get taken off now, man. YouTube's gonna be like, "You nasty bastard."
But yeah, moving on to that, like you all remember, like Facebook announced their metaverse. Well, Microsoft went in, and that's the CEO of Microsoft. Don't remember his name. Came in and said that they are also working on their metaverse.
Satya Nadella.
Yeah, so you got to cut short on probably some stuff they were working on. So while Facebook seems to be basing their metaverse more on office life, like making them work with work and implementing gaming stuff in it, Microsoft went in and announced they're working on a metaverse, which will be centered around gaming, but that it will be also office stuff hooked up to it. So it'll be possibly.
Could you imagine that with because you saw at the top where it shows they've already started working on metaverses for Flight Simulator and Minecraft and all this, and they've been working up Minecraft. They've been trying to get that VR stuff for ages, and I tried Minecraft in VR at once. And I didn't even make it 30 seconds on that one because I got nauseous I fell off a cliff and that was the end of it. Oh, Halo Metaverse would be amazing.
Got a 360 in the kitchen.
I got one hooked up in my car.
Sitting right over here.
Cheetos got the Cheddarverse.
God. But I mean, the Halo would be nice. I don't know if Minecraft probably would be. I mean, there's going to be tons of people that would be into that. Flight Sim would be another one that I could see getting utilized more. I don't know if I would see that for for consumer, but definitely like business side of things. I could easily see something like that being utilized.
Lawyers launching the Sweaterverse. Jesus. But in a sense, because we've been talking about this is a extended version of PlayStation Home, basically, but with Microsoft Xbox. The metaverse is basically a universe where you can make your avatar and you're discovering like multimedia, conversing with other players, looking at some stuff. It's pretty much what PlayStation Home was back on the PS3.
What about Nintendo Me?
Nintendo Me, yeah, it was extremely
the Me. Oh my god, I remember
Miiverse.
Yeah, the Miiverse. Volkswagen Jetaverse. Kiefer's gonna go over onto Twitter and just start tweeting this stuff out. Where did he learn this from? Twitter's even got in on it with the Twitterverse.
But that's the thing. Everyone's doing their metaverse, so it'll be interesting to see that play out. Because we know that Haven, this is not just supposedly. We know Haven right now is doing a metaverse. That's pretty much been announced. because it's Jade Raymond. She made a interview with a Game Informer, and what she explained on the interview is that she opened Haven. She brought resources and employees that she was working with at SGNE. They took over the project they were working on, and they sold it to PlayStation as a PlayStation exclusive. And what she was working on, she did explain. She did tease what they were working on back when it was SGNE, and it's basically a version of the. Trying to remember the name of the TV show. The thing that was with Burt Reynolds before it. It's like a Cyber Cowboys or stuff. Can't remember the name. Anyway, basically, again, a metaverse where you go and live in a digital environment, and you got like NPCs interacting with you. You got other players. So PlayStation's getting their metaverse from Haven. Westworld, yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's their own Westworld that they were doing. That got ported over to Haven. That's going to be on PlayStation. Xbox is getting their metaverse, and Facebook is getting their metaverse.
So, out of the three of those, who do you... I don't know how well I put faith, like, with Facebook doing it, but I could see... Maker...
I think it's on my side. There's a
I thought he was disappearing into the metaverse.
Like, it said you're not in the broadcast yet, and then it like kicked me out.
It's all them super pods you got behind you. That's the problem.
It's draining all the power.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but I don't know if I would. I think if we were to compare who will get this done first, I'm at a toss up between Microsoft and Sony. Because Sony had something similar to that. I don't put Facebook at the top. Facebook's at the bottom with this stuff.
I got a lot of money.
I don't know.
They have a lot of money, but so does Microsoft. Microsoft and Sony got a lot of money.
I used to work.
Sony does not have a lot of money.
I used to work across the street from Facebook, man. Let me tell you, don't underestimate the Facebook. I seen them.
Yes, I don't underestimate Skynet. I'm sorry. Sorry, Skynet. I don't underestimate you. Please don't shut me down. But no, I'm gonna say I would put Microsoft. I could see getting it done faster than the three of them. Out of the three of those, I would put Microsoft at the top.
Yeah, Ashes says Sony is using Azure for it as well, which is kind of crazy. But they got a contract with them, but we don't know the specifics as to how locked they are into that contract, how long it'll last, because Sony could very well make a deal with another company and go ahead and put all their hosting there.
Sony's going to team up with Nintendo.
Facebook will definitely do it, but it will be the scariest version as well.
That's what I said. Skynet.
Facebook has the advantage of Messenger that everyone is using to talk to each other right now. Like, I'm not talking about gamers, but you talk with your family. It's just through Messenger. You talk with a work relation. A lot of the time it will be through Messenger. So everyone is using Messenger. So for the office space and everything, I think Facebook will have the edge. But then again, Microsoft is already very ingrained into the office space as well.
Well, but how many people? If we look at like messaging wise, how many people really are using Skype or Microsoft Teams versus like Zoom or Facebook Messenger? Or, and we obviously know Facebook has a workplace suite that you can have Messenger for your workspace. So Facebook, it's just, Facebook. I don't know that many people that are out there using Microsoft Teams, which to me is just an upgraded version of Skype in anyways.
I will tell you right now, as someone who works in the government, I get a lot of calls about, I can't connect to Teams right now. Can you help me out here with this? Especially when we had an authentication issue last night, which was fantastic because no one could access their Outlook or Teams or anything. It was great. I loved it. It was a lot of
that must have been so fun.
No,
you must have been having the time of your life.
No, but people, a fair amount of people do use Teams. So
my company that I used to work for used Teams.
Yeah, we use Zoom, but at my company, but there are people that use Teams.
But convenience-wise, you could see Facebook winning out over like a Microsoft Teams thing if it was more convenient, and it wasn't run by Skynet.
But just to put on what Ash has said, Facebook will definitely do it, but it will be the scariest version as well. Especially like if every time you log in, you actually have to stare into Zuckerberg's eyes in the screen. It should be scary as hell.
Welcome to Meta.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
he looks like a robot. And he's like,
Ray, I'm gonna sidetrack real quick, but the Jets lost another quarterback.
They done lost their kid. White. They lost White.
White's out now. Forearm. Now Josh Johnson came out of retirement.
Oh my God.
They've killed every quarterback they get. They destroy. I feel so bad for anybody that's a Jets fan. If you're a Jets fan, I'll pray for you.
Mark Zuckerberg.
That's a good one.
They need a line. The kid, they ain't got a line, dude.
They've destroyed everybody. The new quarterback they drafted, Mike White's been destroyed. They destroyed Sam Darnold. Josh Johnson's going to be injured next. Maybe they can get Cam Newton.
Move on.
I remember.
Xbox and Sega announced strategic alliance for Super Game Project.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be it's going to be a new Crazy Taxi. An open world Crazy Taxi.
I don't find the article I wanted. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be interesting to see progress, how it'll end up.
What you doing?
But I find it extremely logical to look back at Phantasy Star Online 2 was ordered by Xbox and only available in the Xbox ecosystem for a very long time. It still is.
Same with New Genesis when that just came out.
What about a new Sonic?
I don't think they'll do much. Like they'll probably do some Sonic, but it won't be a major project.
But we're talking a super game. That would be
Well, they already have a Sonic game in the works that's supposed to be coming out in the next few years. I don't think that's the super game project.
Think about Balan Wonder World.
No, goddamn.
Maybe we'll get a new Sonic Sega All Stars. Oh God. Yeah, Tebow. I mean, there's a lot of them out there that are looking for jobs. I'm trying to think out of all the Sega. I mean, Sega's got such a huge collection. Library. Like, that is one that you would have to.
I think it would be Sonic.
Back Shining Force.
Well, and there were a couple of the other articles that tie in with that when they're them teaming up, they're going to be utilizing the Azure cloud platform with this as well. So we don't know what exactly it means for Xbox gamers. Is it going to be on Xbox? I have not found anything that says anything about this.
Yeah, it specifically mentions Microsoft and not Xbox, so it's concerning. It'll most likely include Xbox in the deal, but not.
I was going to say,
the person leading the negotiations is actually a part of Xbox.
Well, in the one article Ben, we were just talking about you. I mean, a while ago, but
I did want to say it has looked like Xbox has been working with Sega a lot recently.
Football Manager,
the Football Manager, the entire Yakuza series being on Xbox Game Pass is a big thing that they've been working together for a while now. So I see this deal probably got brought up as they were working out deals.
Well, I pulled up another article that was a little bit more recent. It said, and I'm not going to read the full press release, but which is in English if anybody wants the link. But basically, summarizing it up, it was Sega and its parent group, Sega Sammy, revealed that they've agreed in principle a partnership that will see Sega build its next generation of online games using Azure technology. So it says Sega goes on to describe its Super Game initiative while referencing global online community and IP utilization as key pillars. We can assume that this perhaps references online titles like Fortnite, Minecraft, Super Smash Bros., which are all global and online games with full of the utilization of existing IP characters and franchises. So It'll be
I want a
it's,
Monster Hunter MMO.
they said that the biggest hurdle for Sega to grow its own mega online games is arguably cloud infrastructure, which this Azure partnership quite easily resolves. So it will be interesting. They're saying the fruits of Sega's partnership with Xbox already. Football Manager 2022 has only been announced for Xbox consoles with no PlayStation version on the horizon. So it doesn't really say anything, but someone was saying Fantasy Star Online 2 is only available, or Stay Online 2 New Genesis is only available on PlayStation in Japan. But I don't really know what it could be. I'm scrolling through this. I see Sonic in the name.
Xbox, but the agreement clearly mentioned Microsoft, so we're gonna have to see. It's probably gonna be PC with console exclusivity to Xbox.
Do we think it could be a Halo Wars 3?
No.
I think it's going to be a major title that Sega
Age of Empires.
I think it's going to be kind of Asian/Japanese based. I think because Xbox themselves want to push more into the Asian market. So I think something along those lines. I don't know what IP it might be, but I think it's going to be something recognizable.
Phantasy Star Infinite.
A new Phantasy Star would make sense in my opinion.
It will be interesting to say the least. It's going to be something to definitely keep an eye on for those that are fans of Sega fans.
No, that's not going to happen.
Sega version. A Sega version of Super Smash Brothers. What? That'll be outstanding.
I just see this as a further partnership with Sega, and especially with Xbox trying to get into that Asian market. I think it's smart. It's a good deal.
Well, it is. I mean, because that's the one that Sega makes the game. They don't obviously have their own console, but they have their foot in games everywhere with the studios and things. And whoever gains that partnership is you're guaranteed money, because that's like the golden child right now. Everybody wants, you always hear the partnerships. Well, what if Stadia, Google could go after, Sega or Nintendo, somebody, because Sega, obviously they're still pumping out games left and right. If they could just give me a damn Dreamcast 2, I'd be sold.
What's surprising though is earlier this year there was the split up of Sega Sammy with the pachinko parlors and all those arcades, and that split up from the gaming business of Sega, and everyone thought they were getting ready to sell.
Oh, Dreamcast Online.
The pachinko machine and arcade business separate, like running on its own, independent, and Sega possibly being acquired by Microsoft to be part of Xbox. But now them doing an agreement like that kind of negates that. They're still thinking about being on business on their own.
DreamCloud.
And they're partnering up. At Dreamcast Online.
Now the DreamCloud is already a product in Japan.
Right.
But it's not a game. Well, it could be, I guess, used as
What's up, Polaris? Hello, all. Another DreamCloud Playland.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Ray, didn't you have a show called Playland?
Yeah, I think you were the star of the show. I think you were the star. The Playhouse. Come on, everybody. Every Sunday, come on into the Playhouse.
I saw somebody ask something about Netflix and Android. Oh, Victor said something about Netflix and Android.
Yeah, it's interesting. With them.
I haven't tried the games yet.
I haven't tried it either.
Do you have if you want to pull the article up? Yeah. Is that
that actually
that's the same
came
one.
out yesterday. So I haven't given. Have any of you guys tried it?
I'm on iPhone now, so I'm not Team Android anymore. So I don't have access to that. But it is interesting because it says no ads, no microtransactions or extra fees. So, but you look at the games, and it's, to me, I knew the Stranger Things. There was no question they were going to tie that stuff into it. They got the series.
Right.
There will be 5 games available at launch. Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3, the game, as well as the sports game, Shooting Hoops, and Teeter Up from Frosty. Wow, that just sounds awful. The card game, Card Blast, and Rogue Games is the 5th title. So it does specifically say Netflix Games is not a streaming service, as each game must be downloaded. Yeah. So to all those that wanted the Netflix of games, this was not going to be it.
They're putting their foot into gaming, but it's still way off. They're probably looking for public reception, but that's the thing. If they just put that, will they actually get a public reception that's worth a damn? Like,
yeah, it says they said that we want to begin to build a library of games that offer something for everyone. We're in the early days of creating a great gaming experience, and we're excited to take you on this journey with us. Netflix Games is part of the standard subscription, so playing the games doesn't cost anything extra. There are no ads or in-app purchases either on Android phones and tablets. Users will find a dedicated section of the app to download and play each game. The 5 games are available in many languages. It will automatically default to the language preference in your Netflix profile. Can be played across multiple devices on the same account, though there is a limit. Additionally, Netflix games are not available on kids' profiles. And they said this is just the beginning for what it hopes to achieve in the game space. We're just getting started. We're excited to continue improving our mobile.
Walking it out. See, I've got it pulled up right now.
I feel like they're testing the water to see if people would be interested in games on their platform, but they're testing murky waters.
Well, it says Netflix has
the right thing.
Yeah, Netflix has not announced any plans to offer streaming games like Microsoft and Sony do with Xbox Cloud Gaming and PlayStation Now, respectively, but anything could happen in the future, and that's exactly right. Anything, you can't, we can guess what they're going to do and that they may stay this way, but they may, we also said,
but Netflix would be better off signing a contract with Google to get the white listing from Stadia.
Yeah.
I think Netflix should just stay in their lane and just do movies and leave it alone.
But we also, the thing is, though, you look at it like, I also never thought that Nintendo was going to get into cloud gaming, and lo and behold, they're doing their thing. So I would not count out Netflix. Yes, this is very early stuff. I don't, 5 years from now, will they change their mind? Hell, maybe a year, 2 years from now, they may change their mind. We don't know. I can't, everybody is jumping on board. We've already said this. So when we made this claim, jokingly, but about McDonald's getting into it. But I'm telling you, when they get that on board, when they announce they're coming out with cloud gaming and a free controller in every Happy Meal, you'll know where you'll have heard that first.
I'll try out Walmart. Would you do Walmart?
Yeah. I would.
Yeah. Would be interesting to see.
Nah, I don't want to go onto their game streaming service and just see people like in pajamas and underwear going.
Just seeing the quality of their current website. Like,
come on now, that's the one thing everybody loves going on. That's what Facebook is for now. Literally going on there to see what people are posting, what kind of Walmart shoppers you can find. And now you'll have gross Walmart gaming. Walmart's first game is going to be a new version of Redneck Rampage for those that remember that game. That good old DOS game.
Yeah, it's like you go there and everyone's wearing Cookie Monster pajama pants. You're in Walmart.
We're not trying to stereotype anybody here, but I mean, come on now. If you've ever walked up, you don't see people getting all dressed up to go out. I mean, I have seen some pictures on social media getting dressed up to go to Walmart. But that's
people of Walmart. The game would probably be a success. I'd see that as a sequel to Postal.
Hey, guys, I play that on GFN.
Postal 2 and 4.
Walmart. Yeah. Parents of Walmart would probably do well as well.
Oh my God, that'd be game of the year.
you go around and you try and find the Karens in Walmart, and like they'll be complaining, and it's like doom and.
But you know what? If Walmart got into it. Victor may be making a joke there, but think about if Walmart decided, let's get into cloud gaming. You got a point that Victor's spot on. They could just white label the tech out. Google could white label the tech to them, and they could get into it. So it'd shoplift the game. There's so many games.
Damn.
I feel like these are all Steam games, though, by indie developers that we're just labeling.
Premium hits the game.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know that one. I like how, though...
Some cloud gaming stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to play this.
PlayStation Now games for November. Mafia Definitive Edition. Celeste, Final Fantasy IX, and Totally Reliable Delivery Service.
I just like the name of that. Wasn't somebody else supposed to get the Mafia trilogy at one point?
Here you go.
Ben missed out on all that stuff, so I had to at least have to chime in once.
Yeah, Ben, if you want to see, we went well on Stadia.
They always do. They do their
longer than
I try not to, but it keeps getting brought up.
Let's beat up on Stadia segment. It's getting old.
We were not beating up on it. We're just voicing our opinion.
Games, Game Pass subscriber needs to play Forza Horizon 5 now. Is it officially available now? Amazing so far. It's really beautiful.
I believe you have the deluxe edition or the premium edition. Premium edition gets access 4 days early.
Do I need to sign up for Game Pass Ultimate so I can play it in the cloud? Is that what you're hinting? Get it. That doesn't work. He wants more. What kind of cloud service is this? Like, it doesn't even have Forza 5. What a joke. Come out.
Too easy to beat.
There we go. See?
But anyway,
it's like I'm done with this show.
Mafia Definitive Edition is getting on PlayStation Now as well as Totally Reliable Delivery Service. Looks like a lot of fun.
It is.
The name alone has me sold.
Is that a black man with a blonde afro? Trying to what the hell is that?
White hair.
What the heck? What is that on his face?
Like
it's a handlebar mustache, but it's
that's the
steering wheel,
that's
like a racing steering wheel
going in his nose, man.
I almost want to sign up just to play this game. Wait, I'm already signed up. I almost want to stream.
You're driving the helicopter. That's you right there. And that ain't me, damn it.
That's you. I don't know. Wait, is that all 3 of us?
That's Doctor. He passed out.
Oh my God. The image alone makes me want to play. Ray, why you look like you're falling asleep there?
Bro, no, he's on drugs, man. He went to his house, man, and they went cloud tripping.
Hey, the game's on GFN if you want to play it.
Oh my God, I almost wanted to stream that just because it looks.
Don't you call me to play?
Oh shit! I'm gonna call you. Ray, come on, hop on. Let's play this. It's got multiplayer.
I'm trying to get me to play Friday the 13th with you.
I got it. What's it called? On Epic Game Store for free a while back. Totally reliable.
It is in the cloud.
Ashes to Ashes just mentioned something that's okay. Midnight tonight for anyone that buys a premium edition. It is in the cloud. So right now, if you just have Game Pass, you don't get to play it. But if you buy it, you get it in the cloud as of midnight.
Well, technically, you could just if you have Game Pass and then get the premium upgrade. There's a premium add-on upgrade for $50. It comes with like the expansions and car pass and some stuff.
No, if I get Game Pass, it's not going to be for Forza. It's going to hands down be for Bassmaster.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I still need to stream.
I just want to bring in this is a premiere right now that for Xbox, buying something for a game gives you early access to it in the cloud.
Isn't this what we were already talking about like weeks ago or episodes ago? We called this a. Oh, I was muted. Damn it.
You were not muted. We could hear you.
Oh, well, shit. Mine said muted. Anyways, he's a cartoon person.
Roll back hero the game.
But no, we called this a while ago that at some point Microsoft, and they made that statement perfectly clear that the goal was to get that enabled. And apparently they're just on par with it again. I want to know what this wingman is, though. I just happened to see that it's a combat flight. Yep, that just means I won't be.
Let's carry on with. Go ahead and make.
Yeah,
I
was
going to say. I know previously, Red Dead Online I think it was Red Dead 2 Online. When it came through Game Pass, if you bought the full game through Xbox, you could play the full game on xCloud.
I love
which
that
was
we're
interesting.
they've been testing the waters with it, but let's focus on PlayStation.
Because Red Dead 2 Online is basically the full game, but you only have access to the online version. And so when you bought it through Xbox, it automatically upgraded you to.
Ash has done
really
threw
cool.
us onto an Xbox rant when we're trying to talk about PlayStation.
Oh, sorry, PlayStation. Final Fantasy 9 is a good get.
You know what?
But yeah, Final Fantasy 9 is one of my favorite in the series. Excellent game. Getting on PlayStation now.
I've heard bad things about Celeste.
Oh, you'd hate it.
Yeah, you would hate it.
I mean, I got the impression of that. I watched Meg stream that, and so it's got Rage a Hall written all over it for me.
Sing it.
I tried it, and it's not for me. You guys were saying there are too many games. I was agreeing. Yep. There's a lot of games.
A lot of good games coming out right now.
It's getting to the point where you can very easily be, if you wanted to get into streaming games, whether it's YouTube or just in general to be to have access to whatever you want to play. There are just so many options now with what PlayStation's bringing, what Xbox is bringing with the cloud. GFN's got God knows an ungodly amount of games. I mean, there's just the options are there. And then if you wanted to dip your toes into streaming, you got plenty of options. I mean, you got PlayStation, Xbox. Literally, there are just games galore at the rate we're going.
That I will give you a $5 super sticker to do a Celeste first look.
Nope. That will be I mean, you send it first, and then I'll do that first look for about 10 seconds, because if it gets me to a breaking, I hate any games that instill rage, and usually if it's a puzzle, I will not touch it except for Tomb Raider, because that one is actually, I enjoy Tomb Raider games. I can deal with the puzzles in that.
First look would be him uninstalling as a first look.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. I agree with that too.
Service first, money later.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Are you still with us, Maker? Because I don't know for you guys, but he's frozen on my screen.
I can see him.
I can't see him. Where did he go?
I can see him. I can see him.
We can hear you.
We can see it.
It's just the camera is frozen.
Okay.
It's just on dogs.
See, usually when you're in that
and
corner, because they always stick me in the corner over there.
I'm in the corner now.
He drops down to that 15 FPS.
Yeah.
I can lead the broadcast and come back real quick if you want.
It's like you want.
Oh, man.
He'll be back in a sec. So
he always comes back.
There you are.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm here. Probably gonna freeze again in a moment.
Eddie, what's up, guys?
Ooh, Eddie is here. Good to see you, Eddie. Yeah, thanks for coming. And looks Asman Brothers almost. So, did you guys have any other subject you wanted to cover?
Dude, it was GFN Thursday, man. Did you like any of the games that came out?
No, not really.
Maker, you don't like nothing. So, Doctor,
he likes Bassmaster.
Yeah, no, like Bassmaster.
No, he doesn't.
I know.
Well, from the list, I'm actually interested in checking out Maple Story. I've never played that game.
I want Farming Simulator. I'm just saying. I'm gonna throw that out there.
MMO could be interesting. Road Redemption looks good. So just to go through the list, so there's Recipe for Disaster, Let's Build a Zoo, Age of Darkness, Final Stand, Road Redemption.
I'm getting that.
Bakery Simulator, Bright Memory Infinite, Epic
I
Shadow.
No.
have bright memory, and you're gonna rage
Nope.
people. It's tough. It's hard.
I'm gonna
It's
try it.
stupid.
It's hard.
All
It's
you have to
hard.
do is watch my stream from last night with me doing a look at that, and that's enough. That will sell you on getting that game. The stupidest game ever.
I believe Bright Memory Infinite's supposed to be coming to Xbox at some point, and it's supposed to be a Game Pass game. So I'm not gonna get it just yet. I'm just gonna
right back on that Xbox stuff. We're talking Nvidia. I'm just kidding.
I will say,
you want to. I was gonna say you want to play Let's Build a Zoo. I hope it has multiplayer.
I think the reason why I'm not super interested is Bright Memory Infinite's going to be coming to Game Pass at some point, and I know Ghost Runner is on Luna, which I have.
That's a rage game. Don't play that. Don't play that.
Lost Ghost Runner.
Yeah.
Lost Words Beyond the Page is also on Game Pass, and so
That's a fun game.
Yeah, all the games that I was kind of.
Has anybody tried Core?
I have.
I'm actually interested in trying it.
That's another one that I'm kind of interested in.
I played it today. You guys.
So, I will agree with you, Ray, on Ghost Runner because I actually did I've tested that. Oh no, not Ghost Runner. There's another one that was similar to that I can't. I have to avoid anything that is excessively hard, has puzzles. But I'd say the one that excited me the most out of this entire list, besides intriguing me with Core, Farming Simulator, I will want to look at because I saw what they've added to this one over the others. Core is Epic's version of Crata. So it'll be interesting to test out. I want Road Redemption, hands down, is the one that I'm sold on. When I watched I streamed the trailer when I was finishing my stream this afternoon, and that sold me. And hands down, that was by far out of all. And I watched the trailer for all of them except for like Farming Simulator because I already know what that's about. Road Redemption is going to be probably my go-to when I'm
that game was meant for you.
Oh, I know.
To behead bikers as you're going by and kicking them off their bikes. Yeah,
Doc, you should show the trailer for that one. that was like the best Road Redemption.
Yeah, he got really excited when the guy's head got beyond. He's like, "All right, I must have this game."
I was sold long before that, but I mean, there's just explosions, shooting people, you just driving by and punching people. Road Rash 3D. It doesn't matter. You're on a bike. You can blow cars up, knock people off, behead them. I mean, the list goes on.
I remember playing that on the 3DO.
Oh, I did. I had a 3DO.
Kevin had a 3DO.
That takes me back. Expensive ass thing that was. Jesus.
Can't skip the ad.
Dude, come on, Doc. I want to see the head get.
So that's my PC gameplay. But yeah, it's like
just like, come on now. And the fact that it has online PvP is outstanding. Oh, the CDI. I remember the CDI.
Veteran B Simulator or Goat Simulator.
Ashes to Ashes. Yep.
Ashes. I remember the CDI. Those, they were basically the same. I mean, this game looks. It's great sound.
Pretty much Road Rash.
Hey, decapitation 2 times bonus.
Oh god!
Wow.
You just see the head bouncing down the road, which was outstanding.
Yeah, that
was just like,
where the hell is the police at?
Oh, they'll be there soon. I watched this trailer already at least twice.
Hey, Dusty, what's going on, Dusty?
You'll see the trailer. You'll see
Ridge Racer. I love Ridge Racer.
You'll see,
but this ain't Ridge Racer.
Nah, not when we're driving by cutting people.
Yeah, I was playing Road Rash one.
Oh man, like come on! I mean, this is like one of those games that you would just have a blast. You should have a blast playing. It may not be for everyone.
It's just like your classic. Oh, and you get money too.
Yeah, the only thing it didn't show. It didn't show me what.
You can upgrade. You get medals. You can upgrade.
Yeah.
New game
Talking
mode
about
on
other games.
Yes,
Yeah,
Eddie, I saw
didn't see
the
that.
new game mode. Chivalry. Oh, that's one I need to try that on the 3080 tier. Chivalry 2
Sorry.
already looked amazing the last time I played it.
Sorry, I got distracted. I saw on Twitter someone posted a Elden Ring Collector's Edition was
Oh my
up
god,
for
right
sale,
back to that
so-
damn Xbox.
See, that's gonna
I
cost
just
a
kidding.
lot of money. It's gonna cost a lot of money.
It's 200. Yeah.
Chivalry 2, is that the game that's like Call of Duty but with swords, or
Call
What
of Duty
game
with
you-
swords? I
What
think
game
you're
did you say,
thinking
Doctor?
Mordhau.
Chivalry 2?
No, that's like a medieval,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
that's
just go to the-
arms. My freaking son.
I played it because I was actually still on the battlefield, but I had one arm holding a sword and one leg, still fighting to the death.
My son played that for
Game
my
is
wife's
awesome.
dad. Grandpa, can I show you something? Well, what are you gonna show me, Evan?
Oh my god.
Decapitation. And he's over there slicing, slicing people up, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? And then I get in trouble. I'm in trouble.
That's great. Did Grandpa give him a high five at least?
Grandpa's like, oh my God, what in the hell? Hey, man, whatever happened to Connect 4 and Tucker?
See you, Eddie. Thanks for popping by.
Eddie, take care.
See you, Eddie. Connect 4 is child's play when it comes to to Chivalry 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that game, Chivalry 2.
Oh, that is a fun game.
You will love that. You will love it. It's
And if you like that,
go ahead, make it.
I was gonna say if you like that, I think was it Kingdom Come Deliverance?
Yes. Oh, look, I played that on GFN. I played that. Played that.
See, this is what GFN has done to everyone, folks. It's just brought the excitement of games popping up. I mean, and Xbox does the exact same. Xbox does the same thing
versus medieval bloods. That's what children. It's like the red versus the blue.
You know what I want? I want Sony to come out with is a new medieval game. Because I had 1 and 2 on PlayStation that I got free from Pizza Hut.
Didn't they make a new one, like a remaster?
I think remastered's just basically the same game.
Yeah.
Was it
That's not a new one.
A lot of army games, folks. A lot of army games. I'm on my RTX 3080 tier now. And oh yeah, hold up. Happy birthday to you, Dusty. Happy birthday to you, Dusty. Happy birthday, dear Dusty. Happy birthday to you. It is Dusty's birthday. Thanks for coming in the chat, man. Yeah, happy birthday.
The day after launching his new podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, and he gets RTX 30.
That's like his birthday present right there. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Oh, I don't have a sound effect to do that.
I don't have it, you bastard.
They did do a medieval remake.
Yeah, I'm not the remake is one thing. I want a new one.
It's got blood.
You want a medieval?
No problem, Dusty.
Everybody, that has been the consensus all day. Oh god, I'm so jealous. I just wish I've been just hitting that refresh button constantly in the email and waiting for it to get upgraded. And then you see when they get it, or someone's in the chat and they're like, "Oh my god, I got it! And you just get to say bye, have fun. You can see even in the chat, the text form, you can see that level of excitement that they get out of that.
I got some friends that laugh about cloud gaming, and I know one friend got the GFN 3080 RTX. And he has completely did a 360 and changed. He is now playing in the
That's
cloud.
all it takes, though. Like, you don't realize the difference until you try it. Or even a lot of times, all it takes is watching someone stream it, and you can see the difference.
Dusty? Are you playing on the MacBook? Or because he had 2 options to stream that.
Yeah, the MacBook screen is pretty gorgeous.
Oh, damn.
So,
I can't. I'm not removing the green screen to show off the MacBook. No one can see behind the curtain.
I just got my wife. I just got my wife back there. That's all.
Lucky she can't hear you.
No.
Shut up.
She could. You wouldn't have ended that sentence.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Doc, you're very smart there, Doc.
You'd hear the Undertaker's theme song from WWE.
Oh,
Smoke
He's got an
starts
M
coming on the side.
Yep. M1 Air with external. Oh, nice. Very nice.
woohoo, thank
Stuff
you,
right there.
Wentz. Glad I put Wentz in my lineup.
Him playing session depends on how many pine cones he's picked up tonight. LOL. Pine cones? What game is that?
It's an inside joke.
I don't want to even know. I'd rather not know.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one as well.
I'm gonna leave the pine cone alone.
Yeah, that sounds kind of weird. All right, let's go and get my free month of Game Pass Ultimate. While we're since we're still talking Xbox, I mean, we can, somehow I broadcasted NVIDIA behind.
Hey, man.
Well, I'm gonna cashing in.
Look, you're gonna be driving Forza, a car in Forza 5. Don't be fronting. You know you're gonna enjoy that.
If it's I see, that's the thing is I will probably try it, but I'm not a fan of those, and I don't know why. I think it's just I prefer the Need for Speed style racing. I don't like where I have to rewind constantly because I crash immediately. Although I can make some pretty awesome crashes.
This one you can run through stuff like in the Horizon series. I know the motorsport is the more sim one where you're stuck to the racetrack.
Yeah, Horizon's the open world.
Horizon's the open world one where you can just wander around the world and
thank God.
Stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that's
You're
my
in
style.
Mexico,
You like it.
riding in Cabo, St. Lucas, on the coast, and Baja.
Are there people? Are there civilians on the walking that I can? I mean, just kidding.
There's stunt races that you can do as well, like where you like launch your car off of something or do crazy stuff like that.
First of all, the cars and are beautifully well done. Like,
Yep.
Oh my God, I can't wait, man. Lambo, driving on the coast.
Yep. With the sub, or if you're signing up for the sub, try out Forza Horizon 4 before you play 5, and it's basically the same, but 4 is in England, I believe.
England. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I crashed in someone's house.
Yeah, I've hit a few houses.
I don't even want to.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I tried to drift and didn't work out.
Yeah, if you're going so fast,
the house broke your fall. The house helped you stop. It's all right.
It does. It'll be abrupt.
It's medicinal. I'm in Canada. I don't care. It's legal here.
It's medically legal in Minnesota. But that only if it like the VA allows it in Minnesota for medical, like if you're batshit crazy or something. So I mean, I would qualify, but then it would take away all the fun from watching me rage out on video games.
You like?
I'd have to.
Damn it!
It's bad. Like,
Damn it!
I actually might get more views that way.
I bet you will.
There's more dispensaries than Starbucks here in Denver. LOL.
Speaking of Starbucks, they came out with 2 new drinks today.
They came out with 2 what?
2 new holiday drinks.
Ooh.
Man, we ain't ready for the holidays.
Hey, some people.
I mean, I'm just kidding. I already got Christmas stuff. I already got Christmas stuff up in the background.
Justin said October after Halloween, it is season on. Usually for me, it's Thanksgiving.
Do you know that Freeform or whatever the hell you want to call it has already announced? They announced like 2 days ago. They announced their 25 Days of Christmas lineup. Hallmark is already doing Christmas shows every day until the end of the Christmas. I mean, Christmas starts technically like July 1st. I mean, pretty much if you think about the shopping wise, the holiday season starts November 1st.
Fisherman's Wharf, they had a Christmas store that was open all year round. Christmas store.
They're playing the Lo-Fi Christmas Live channel on YouTube. Nice.
I already got Christmas lights up on my house, so.
When you got Mariah Carey creeping out on
All I want for Christmas.
Oh no!
You. Let me tell you something.
And we just got demonetized.
Yeah.
All right, just like that, I got my game. I got Xbox Cloud Gaming again. Oh, it's so nice to have free service, and I don't have to pay for it. Thanks, Microsoft Rewards.
Oh yeah,
my
that's
reward.
really cool.
need to
I
check
almost
my
have
reward.
enough. I almost have enough for a new sub. So yeah.
Oh, here, pull this page up to show everyone, and then I got to dip out because I'm already dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
same
gonna
here,
wrap up the
same here,
show
dude.
here.
But if you want to pull that up to showcase everyone the 20th anniversary of Xbox, click that link.
Oh, yeah,
I think I showed you that.
I was looking at it earlier.
I don't care for Elden Ring, but I don't know anything about it. But I just like the background. It just brings back a simpler time.
Yep. So we're
There's
gonna
a
wrap
simpler-
this up now.
simpler time.
Anyway.
When I had my Xbox.
Unless anyone had something they wanted to bring up before we close the show.
Something Stadia bad.
30 FPS good. I mean, I'm just kidding. Wrong. That's not it. It's 120 FPS or bust.
It's all right though when these new blades come.
New blades. Are you talking about the Series X blades that Microsoft already rolled out? Come on now.
No, the Wesley Snipes blades, they just came out of jail.
Oh, those, yeah. It's fun to poke. I mean, when maybe eventually we won't be able to make crack easy jokes because they'll actually do something. But this is Google, not like Nintendo or Sony or Xbox or Microsoft that have been in the gaming business for years and know what they're doing.
Throwback Wesley Snipes, man. Keep Blade out of here.
Oh man,
I used to love the Blade.
Yeah,
Love Blade too.
Loved the actor. I loved him in Demolition Man.
I'm so.
Why
I know
is
now.
my-
I got.
Why is my
I gotta
son school calling? What did
So
he do
where
now?
can we find you, Bet, before you dip out?
Vet Cloud Gaming, YouTube, Twitch. I've actually been streaming on Twitch again, more so than Facebook Gaming. I know Derek has been complaining about that, but I'm back. I'm still on YouTube. I've been on Twitch at least until Twitch says, "Vet, you're an affiliate there. You can't stream to two places," and they shut me down. But until that happens, I don't really care. I'll do what I want. But yeah, otherwise, check me out on Facebook Gaming Group. We've got the GeForce Now community. You can also find me on Twitter at Vet Cloud Gaming.
The Brady Bunch.
We're missing JD in the center then. We just need JD in the center.
Oh man,
Nice Cloud Game.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Who's next?
So, Ray, where can we find you?
On Twitter, Ray3473. I'm the gaming cyborg. I usually post what I'm going to be streaming. Tomorrow night, I will be doing some Far Cry 6. Saturday, I'll be doing some Red Dead Online. And then Sunday, I'm doing a GFN. Shut up. I'm doing a GFN stream. I'm doing Fire Pro Wrestling. I'm doing some death matches.
Nice.
Fire cages, explosive bats.
I might have to stay up for that one.
It's gonna be awesome. Awesome. That's what I'm doing.
Nice. And Maker, where can we find you?
Cloudy with Games. I'm probably going to be streaming some Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow once I do nab my 3080 tier, just to see how it is compared to my 2080.
Once he gets that 3080 tier, he ain't coming back.
I mean, it's going to be like gaming on my regular PC, which will be great.
Just
I think
in the
Destiny
cloud.
is seeing right now how good it is.
Bruh. That's
Bruh.
that's all you got to say. That's all we can say right there.
Yeah,
Retromania Wrestling.
Cloudy with Games. Check us out on Twitter, YouTube, and then cloudy.games for the website.
Chaos.
Retromania Wrestling.
Got the best beard and hair and gaming.
As for myself,
I'm growing
I
it
actually
out.
don't
It's
know
just
if I'll be streaming for the
stay-
rest of
it's
the
going
week because it doesn't show
great.
right now. I left everything intact, but I'll actually probably be packing everything tomorrow. I'm actually moving, getting my keys on Monday.
Woo!
So that'll keep me busy next week.
So
Hopefully, I'm
he'll
able to do the podcast, but we'll
you'll
have
still be able
see
to
how
play
it goes.
games. You got mobile devices.
Yeah, but I'll be busy moving boxes. So
Yeah, that's true.
Busy, man.
Put the kids to work.
If I was in Nova Scotia, dude, all you
If
have to do
they
is
can
call me,
walk.
I would help you. But
thank you, Ray.
Why do I have a
appreciate
feeling
it.
Ray is a Raiders fan?
Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight.
See you
Be
guys.
sure to follow us, everyone, here on Twitter to get more information whenever we go live. I post there. Plus, Vet and I started a Facebook page, the GeForce Now community page. It's growing
shit.
pretty well.
So
A
is there
lot of people on there.
OnlyFans?
What?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
I heard that. Smart ass.
So,
Woo,
yeah,
Raider
look us
Nation,
up
baby.
and
Raider
we'll let
Nation.
you know when we go live on multiple channels. So, and that's about it. Thank you very much. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody, and watch out
See
for
ya.
Raider receivers driving.
That's effed up, dude. Damn.
Have a good
Damn.
one. Good night.
Bye.